So our last video that we just did like a couple minutes ago was the thief vault. This next video that we're doing is the dive roll, which again, like I said in the last video, is kind of coming from the break fall. So the reason we're doing two videos today is because we tried to do one last weekend, but we couldn't get the time to film a video last weekend, so we're going to do a double feature this weekend, film two tutorials. So check out the one that we just did a couple minutes ago, and this is the dive roll tutorial. Dive roll is a really cool move, a really useful move when you're coming up to objects and you don't have enough room to jump and kind of do a vault over. You can do a dive roll over obstacles, you can do it down from on top of obstacles, you can just do it on flat ground. It's really cool move. Once you get the hang of it, it is pretty easy. You do have to be careful when you're taking this move to the concrete or any other hard surface, because if you do not do it right, you can seriously hurt your spine or your shoulder blade or your shoulder, anything on your back or top of your shoulders. You can hurt pretty badly, and we don't want that to happen, so I will teach you how to do it. This move is kind of like the break fall, almost exactly like the break fall, except you are jumping straight up into the air, if not a little bit out up into the air, and instead of landing on your feet and then going straight into the roll, you're going to be coming down kind of like as if you were diving into water. You're going to be diving into the ground, and this does sound dangerous, it does sound stupid, but it is possible, and you can do it on concrete without hurting yourself if you do it right. If you need to go back and relearn or learn for the first time how to do a break fall, then follow this link in the video and it will take you to the break fall tutorial. Learn how to do this well before you do the dive roll, and also in the break fall tutorial we actually have an example of doing a dive roll on the concrete, so that's pretty cool to see. In this one, instead of landing, like I said, instead of landing on the floor and then going straight into the roll, you'll be diving straight up into the air, or jumping straight up into the air and then diving straight into the ground. You're going to use your arms, okay? You don't want to make them super stiff when you're coming down at the floor, because that'll hurt. You want to use your arms, land on your arms kind of, and collapse them as you crash into the ground. And as you crash or land on the ground on you're coming down at the floor, you're going to collapse your arms and bring one of them, just like the break fall, you're going to bring one of them kind of through underneath you, and you're going to follow that with your shoulder, not landing on top of your shoulder but on the back of your shoulder. You're going to be rolling straight across, diagonally across the back of your shoulder and out through your hip, just like the break fall. So it'll be coming from the back of your shoulder right here, across your spine, not straight down it, across your spine and out through the opposite hip. Or you can do it from the other side. Bring this arm through, follow with the back of this shoulder diagonally across your spine, out through the hip. In this one, you need to, just like the break fall, keep your body in a ball when you land, because the only way you're gonna roll is if you're in a ball. You don't really see a block, a square block, rolling across the ground. You're gonna roll faster, and it's gonna be more efficient if you keep your knees tucked into your chest and keep that position throughout the entirety of the roll and not pop out your legs until the end of the move. Like any move in parkour, when you're doing a vault or the break fall or a dive roll even, you're going to be using momentum in the move. You're not going to want to do this move from going straight up into the air, from standing still and going straight in the ground, because you're just going to plop on that floor and it's really going to hurt. Trust me, I know, because I did it once or twice before when I was first trying to learn how to do this move. You're going to be doing it, whenever you're doing this move, you're going to be doing it from a running start, okay? You want to have that forward momentum so that you can roll forward when you land, and so that you can do it without hurting yourself, okay? So when you jump up into the air and when you're coming back down, you want to keep your body as straight as you can. You're not really going to get any height, and you're not really going to get as smooth of a transition into the roll, into the dive, if your body's all clumped up at the start of the move. And especially when you clump up at the beginning of the move before you hit the ground, then it leaves a lot more room for mistake and for injuring yourself. This has been the dive roll tutorial. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe like on any other video. Like I said in the last video that we did, check out our Riparian Preserve parkour video. It's our first parkour video that we've done. It's a really cool video. Also, next week, our tutorial that we're going to be doing next week is going to be the side vault. Okay, so thank you for watching again. Like, share, subscribe. This has been the Freedom Runners, the dive roll tutorial.